The Democrats are in a state of sheer panic as President Biden's funding takes a nosedive. This could be monumental, not just for the upcoming elections, but for the future of the Democratic Party itself. Funding has plummeted, leaving many to wonder if Biden can secure another term or if this marks the beginning of the end for his administration. And here's where things get really interesting. Despite some early successes, recent reports show a dramatic drop in contributions. Major donors are pulling back, and grassroots efforts seem to be losing momentum. The big question is, why is this happening now? And more importantly, what's next for Biden and the Democrats? First, let's talk about why the Democrats are freaking out. Biden's fundraising woes are causing alarm bells to ring across the party. In April, Trump managed to outraise Biden by a significant margin. Trump pulled in $76 million compared to Biden's $50 million. This sudden drop in funding is unprecedented for Biden, and it's causing some serious panic among Democratic strategists and donors. One of the key issues is that major donors are starting to see Biden as a bad bet. According to insiders, there's a running list of nearly 24 reasons why Biden could lose, including immigration issues, high inflation, his age, and the unpopularity of Vice President Kamala Harris. These concerns are making it hard for Biden to secure the financial backing he needs for a robust campaign. Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey recently made a passionate plea to high-dollar donors, urging them to open their wallets wider to support Biden. Despite raising over $6 million in a series of fundraising events in Boston, Healey stressed that it wasn't enough and highlighted the urgency of the situation. This sentiment echoes across the party as they scramble to close the funding gap. Adding to the woes, younger voters and minority groups, crucial demographics for the Democratic base, seem increasingly disenchanted with Biden. Issues like inflation and high living costs are hitting these groups hard, and many feel that Biden hasn't delivered on his promises. This disenchantment is leading to a lack of enthusiasm and lower grassroots donations, further compounding the fundraising problem. If that wasn't enough, there's the looming shadow of Donald Trump. Despite his legal troubles, Trump's fundraising machine is in full swing, and his campaign infrastructure is gaining momentum in key swing states. This is putting even more pressure on Biden's team to ramp up their efforts and find new ways to secure much-needed funds. But it's not all doom and gloom. Some Democrats believe there's still a path to victory. They point to key issues like abortion rights and Trump's divisive policies as rallying points that could energize the base and swing the momentum back in Biden's favor. The question is whether the Biden campaign can capitalize on these issues and turn the tide before it's too late. In terms of how this impacts the Democrats' strategy moving forward, here's what I think. The plummeting funding has forced the Biden campaign to rethink their entire approach. They're now focusing heavily on key battleground states, pouring resources into ground operations and ad campaigns. The aim is to solidify support where it matters most, even if overall enthusiasm seems to be waning. One area they're doubling down on is abortion rights. The Supreme Court's Dobbs decision, which overturned Roe v. Wade, has mobilized a significant portion of the Democratic base. Biden's team believes that emphasizing their stance on protecting reproductive rights could reignite passion among voters, especially women and younger demographics. This issue alone might be the linchpin that keeps them competitive. Additionally, the Biden campaign is trying to highlight the stark contrast between Biden's policies and Trump's. They're focusing on Biden's efforts to fight for the middle class, combat corporate greed, and protect democracy. This narrative aims to remind voters of the potential risks of a Trump return to the White House and to underscore the positive strides made under Biden's administration. However, the internal discord within the Democratic Party can't be ignored. There are significant concerns about Biden's ability to lead the party to victory, with some suggesting alternative candidates like California Governor Gavin Newsom. But Newsom's own challenges, including financial mismanagement in his state, make this a complicated option. The party is essentially stuck between a rock and a hard place, needing to rally around Biden while grappling with doubts about his viability as a candidate. As for fundraising, the Biden campaign is attempting to energize its grassroots base through digital platforms and small-dollar donations. They're pushing narratives that emphasize the high stakes of the election, hoping to spur a surge in contributions from everyday supporters. The challenge is significant, but with the right message and enough momentum, there's still a chance to close the funding gap. Yet, with Trump's campaign machine running full throttle and his ability to generate massive donations, the Democrats have an uphill battle. The next few months will be crucial as they implement these strategies and hope to turn the tide in their favor. So, if you're interested in getting a head start and seeing how this all unfolds, the links to relevant articles and sources are down below in the description. Besides that, if you want a more direct way to invest your time in understanding the political landscape, here's a riskier option you might consider: staying informed and engaged with the latest developments through reliable news sources and political analysis platforms. For those looking to dive deeper into the strategy behind Biden's campaign and the Democrats' broader efforts, let's start with the funding landscape. The Democrats have historically relied on both large donors and a robust grassroots network. However, as we've seen, the enthusiasm gap and financial support have dwindled. This means every bit of support counts more than ever. Whether it's through small donations or volunteering time for campaign efforts, every action can make a significant difference. One interesting aspect to watch is how the Biden campaign adapts its messaging to better resonate with key voter demographics. There's a lot riding on their ability to connect with young voters and minority groups who have shown signs of disengagement. Campaigns are likely to focus on issues that matter most to these groups, such as economic opportunities, social justice, and climate change. Another factor that could play a pivotal role is the external political environment. With Trump facing legal challenges and his campaign infrastructure not fully established in key states, there's an opportunity for the Biden campaign to capitalize on these weaknesses. However, this will require a well-coordinated effort and a clear, compelling message that can break through the noise. In terms of the larger picture, the next few months will be crucial. The Biden administration needs to demonstrate tangible progress on its key initiatives, such as infrastructure improvements, climate action, and healthcare reforms. Success in these areas could help rebuild trust and enthusiasm among voters, potentially translating into better fundraising outcomes and stronger voter turnout. Ultimately, the Democrats are facing a tough battle, but it's far from over. With strategic adjustments and a focused approach, there's still a path to victory. It's a matter of rallying support, refining the message, and effectively countering the challenges posed by the opposition.